Right, and here we are. For the last one. This season, at least. Well, I've been asking the same question this entire season. Why are people like this? And I told you, we would get to an answer, right? Well, that didn't happen.
Unfiltered outsider. Unfiltered outsider.
All right. Welcome back. Hello. I'm Noah. And today we close this. Or at least we try to, because I've spent all this... Hello? Well, that was my cat. I was saying, we spent all this time asking the same question, And the closer we get to it, the more it just slips, Right. I've tried, okay? I swear I did. I've actually tried to figure this out, properly, like sit down and think about it. Why are people like this? And every time I think I've got something, it falls apart immediately, You see someone holding the door open, right? Nice. Human. Respect. And then the same person won't reply to a message for 3 days. Why? Well, no idea. And then you see someone posting about mental health matters. Beautiful. Awareness, growth. And then they are absolutely destroying someone in the comments, over nothing. Why? Well, no idea. People will spend £5 on coffee, without blinking, but complain for 10 minutes about £1 parking fees. Right? Why? No idea. And then you've got people who say they hate drama. They avoid drama. They don't want drama. But somehow they know everything about everyone, Every detail, every story, every situation that has absolutely nothing to do with them. And why? No idea. You've got people who say, I don't care what people think. And then spend 20 minutes choosing a caption. Why? No idea. People will ignore you in real life, but watch every single thing you post online. Silently, consistently, like some kind of background character into your life. Why? No idea. And my favorite one. People say, I'm so busy. But somehow they've watched every series, every trend, every video that exists. Busy in doing what? Well, no idea. You've got people saying, be yourself, while all looking exactly the same. Same options, same captions, same opinions, same personality downloaded from somewhere else. Why? No idea. And the more you look at it, the more it feels like trying to solve something that isn't meant to be solved, right? It's like trying to understand why your Wi-Fi works perfectly all day and then dies the second you actually need it. There's no logic. It just happens, And I think that's the problem. We keep looking for a reason, like there's something behind it, something to fix, something to understand. But maybe there isn't. Maybe people aren't confusing, Maybe they are just, inconsistent and random and convenient and predictable in the worst possible way. And the truth is, every example you look at it, has a contradiction right next to it. Every time. After all of this, after a full season of trying to figure it out, I've got nothing for you, mate. No answer, no explanation, no clear conclusion for sure. Just more examples, And at some point, you just stop trying to understand it. Because it's exhausting. Trying to make sense of something that doesn't even try to make sense itself. So, if there's no answer, what do? You stop trying to solve it. You stop reacting to everything, You stop analyzing every little thing people do. You stop asking why every 5 minutes. Because the answer, doesn't change anything. And maybe that's the biggest shift. You don't need to understand people to move forward, You stop expecting consistent from people who aren't consistent. And you stop looking for logic in behavior that is never logical to begin with. And more importantly, you stop waiting for people to make sense. So you can start doing something yourself, Because here's what I realized. This question, why are people like this? It doesn't move anything forward. It just keeps you observing, Watching, commenting, reacting. So instead I did something else. I turned it into something else. Because if all you do is observe and comment and question, you end up stuck in the same place, watching, while everything just repeats. Somewhere in the middle of all of these, this question became a track. Why are people like this? Same chaos, same contradictions, just louder. And that's where this goes next. Next season, my friend, we are not just talking. We are building something different. With the same energy, the same sarcasm, but a new format. A video plus. More presence. Less hiding behind the microphone, No date yet. But it's coming. Because if I couldn't answer the question, at least the most I can do is make something out of it. So, why are people like this? Honestly, I don't know. And I don't think I care as much anymore. If you've been here since the beginning, you know. Find me at Unfiltered, Uninfluenced, Unpaid, Unfiltered. I'm Jackman. And this is the Unfiltered Outsider.
Unfiltered outsider. Unfiltered outsider.